Right now, a 26-year-old man is in jail after Madison police arrest him for the brutal sexual assault of a UW-Madison student over the weekend. How police were able to track him down. Also, President Biden heads overseas on a trip focused on countering China's growing influence around the world. What we can expect, plus what the vice president is saying about her travels to the region. You're watching News 3 now at noon. Good afternoon, I'm Mark Kane. Thanks for tuning in to us on News 3 at noon. We begin with continuing coverage on the sexual assault in downtown Madison and the suspect arrested in the case, as we're about 90 minutes away now from his first court appearance. 26-year-old Brandon Thompson was taken into custody yesterday morning. Police credit dozens of security videos from community members and businesses showing Thompson following the woman before the attack. While someone heard the attack and went to go to investigate, Thompson allegedly pretended to have found the woman, but then left before police arrived. Police actually pulled Thompson over earlier in the evening for a registration violation. Officers say the vehicle and Thompson's clothing matched video from the attack. Meanwhile, the victim, who is a UW-Madison student, is expected to survive. We'll have live coverage of his first court appearance this afternoon on channel3000.com. Bond has been set for a former Sauk Prairie police officer accused of obstructing an investigation into a crash with his own car. 38-year-old Joel Ludowitz was in court yesterday. He received a bond of $500. The car crash in question happened last December. Investigators say Ludowitz crashed his car, left it totaled at the bottom of an embankment, and fled. He later reported it stolen. When someone found the car and reported it, Ludowitz was one of the first officers on the scene. He ultimately resigned from the police department after going on administrative leave earlier this year. Let's head out to the weather patio where meteorologist Jacob Montesano has a certified look at your most accurate forecast. Jacob.
Thanks, Mark. It certainly feels a lot cooler outside than the last couple of days. Right now, we're seeing mostly cloudy skies with a few peaks of sunshine, but take a look at these temperatures. 65 in Madison, almost our entire area in the 60s, and compare this to 24 hours ago. Excuse me, there's a bug in my face. Compare this to 24 hours ago, a lot of areas above 10 degrees colder than this time yesterday, especially areas near the lake. Places near Lake Michigan did see high temperatures in the 80s yesterday, but in the central and western portions of the state, high temperatures were in the 70s and even 60s for some areas. But pretty much our entire area much colder than this time yesterday, and this time yesterday was much colder than this time on Tuesday. Now, looking at the current wind speeds, pretty calm right now. They were a little bit gusty during the overnight hours, but the winds are going to continue to calm down throughout the afternoon, and we're not expected to see significant winds for the next couple of days. Looking at the current radar, very clear right now. We're not expected to see any rainfall for the rest of the week, and this afternoon it's going to be very nice if you like fall-like temperatures, because we're going to see a lot of cloud cover and highs only in the 60s, and as I mentioned, the wind is not going to be too bad. For the evening hours, it will definitely be a bit chilly around sunset with more cloudy skies and temperatures in the lower 60s, but the wind once again will not be a huge issue. I'll talk more in detail about the rest of the week and also tell you our next chance of rainfall. Of those details coming up a bit later in the show.
Yeah, we can use some rain, that's for sure. Jacob, thank you. At the Capitol, the fight over child care continues. Wisconsin's Department of Children and Families wants a new set of Republican bills to do more. Those bills largely focus on loosening regulations for daycare centers. Testifying yesterday, the department's top official said some of the ideas presented are helpful, but do not address the root of the problem.
Wages continue to be the core problem, along with lack of benefits. A lot of child care providers don't have basic benefits like health insurance.
What do you think would incentivize someone to get into this industry? I mean, that's kind of the issue.
Governor Evers wants to take state funds and extend the pandemic-era program Child Care Counts. That program sent checks directly to child care centers to help cover payroll and maintenance costs. A third Democrat is running for Congress in a western Wisconsin district. Former La Crosse County Board Chair Tara Johnson wants to represent the Republican-leaning 3rd Congressional District. The seat currently belongs to Representative Derek Van Orden. Johnson spent 20 years on the county board before stepping down in 2020. She joins Rebecca Cook, who ran for the seat and lost in the 2022 primary, and Aaron Knights, a Harvard Law School student, who all have announced campaigns. President Biden is headed overseas, where he'll make a pitch to the world leaders that the U.S. is a more trustworthy economic partner than China. The meeting comes as there are rising tensions between Beijing and Washington over an important trade route. Natalie Brand has more.
President Biden heads overseas Thursday as part of the administration's push to counter China. The president's first stop will be in New Delhi, India, for a meeting with world leaders at the G20 summit. He'll then head to Vietnam, a country which has seen trade with the U.S. expand greatly as tensions between the U.S. and China increase.
If you look at the U.S. economy and you look at China's economy, if you look at the U.S.'s alliances and the strength that we have built up in the Indo-Pacific and beyond, we feel very good about the strategic position of the United States.
The president's travel follows Vice President Kamala Harris's trip to Indonesia, where she met with leaders from Southeast Asian nations. During her third trip to the region, the vice president spoke with CBS News Face the Nation moderator Margaret Brennan.
Why are you spending so much time in this particular part of the world?
The South China Sea, being in this region of the world, in those seas, 1/3 of global trade occurs.
The U.S. has stepped up naval patrols in the South China Sea to ensure that commerce ships can pass safely and freely through the region. The Biden administration says it's something that impacts all Americans.
Think about supply chain issues. If it is not secure, if it is not open, if there's not freedom of navigation and enforcement of maritime law, what that will mean in terms of impeding supply chains and how that will relate then to the average American.
As tensions with China remain heightened, Chinese President Xi Jinping will not attend the G20. He's sending his second in command to India instead. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
And while Jinping will not be in attendance at the G20 summit, the White House says President Biden is still hopeful that he can have face-to-face talks with the Chinese leader at some point in the near future. Microsoft has revealed how alleged Chinese hackers were able to breach senior U.S. official emails earlier this summer. In a statement, the tech giant said it happened after hackers stole sensitive data from a Microsoft engineer that gave them access to a cryptographic key that was later used to break into the email accounts. The statement sheds new light on a cyber espionage campaign that has caused a furor in Washington. Microsoft says it has corrected the issue that led to the breach. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Auto workers could go on strike as early as next week, plus a bike helmet recall to warn you about. Details coming up after the break.
You're watching News 3 Now at noon.
Are you worried about getting in and out of your bathtub to shower? Don't step over, step through with Wisconsin walk-in showers. Let us custom fit your tub to be a walk-in shower without any remodeling. Our bathtub conversions take a few hours to complete. Call before you fall. Wisconsin walk-in showers.
Right now with Papa Murphy's, we've got a great deal.
Which means I make more great pizza.
Like our $9.99 XLNY pizza. It's everything you'd expect from a classic New York-style pizza, hot and fresh out of your oven. Order now at papamurphys.com.
There's nothing better than a great night's sleep on a new Tempur-Pedic mattress from Steinhafels. And right now, save up to $700 on adjustable base sets. Plus, get $300 in Steinhafels cash. Tempur-Pedic queen mattresses start at just $42 per month when you use Steinhafels 72-month financing. Tempur-Pedic mattresses are designed to make aches and pains a thing of the past by relieving pressure points and supporting the body as no other mattress can. Shop in-store or online at steinhafels.com.
Save on your next project with 11% off everything at Menards. Update your bathroom with a Moen faucet that fits your style. Moen faucets give you a lifetime of beauty, reliability, and innovative features. Get this Hilliard bath faucet for $79.99 after rebate. Heat your water smarter with the Richmond 50-gallon hybrid electric water heater. It's up to 4 times more efficient than a standard electric water heater. Now on sale for $1449.79 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
We need to talk about Sonobello.
We are getting rid of all of this
today.
Ladies, this summer you can cover up or feel confident from head to toe with Sono Bello. One visit permanent fat removal.
Look at this shape. My tummy is gone and my hourglass shape is back.
Wherever there's excess fat, we can remove it. That's what we do all day, every day.
Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells for good.
I could actually wear a two-piece after 25 years.
I have one big regret. I didn't go sooner.
Now, with our Best Body Summer event, you can schedule your free, no-obligation consultation, plus save $250 off instantly. That's $250 off your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more. Call 1-888-634-9939 or go to sonobello.com.
Are you worried about getting in and out of your bathtub to shower? Don't step over, step through with Wisconsin walk-in showers. Let us custom fit your tub to be a walk-in shower without any remodeling. Our bathtub conversions take a few hours to complete. Call before you fall. Wisconsin walk-in showers.
Today, President Biden heads to India for this weekend's G20 summit, a meeting of the world's 19 biggest economies and the European Union. Leaders are expected to discuss a range of issues, including the World Bank, Russia's war on Ukraine, and combating climate change. This comes a day after the Biden administration said it canceled several remaining oil and gas drilling leases in Alaska's Arctic National Wildlife Refuge out of concern over the environmental impacts. Alaska's Republican governor has threatened to sue. The clock is ticking on new contracts between the United Auto Workers and the big three U.S. automakers. Tuesday, the head of the union said members will strike as soon as next week if an agreement is not reached. A strike could lead to higher vehicle prices. The UAW is expected to make a counteroffer to Ford, which should put a 9% wage increase on the table, while representatives of General Motors are also meeting with union negotiators today. And WeWork says it's in the process of renegotiating all of its leases. The flexible workspace company says it plans to stay in most of its locations, but will let go of unfit and underperforming ones. WeWork has hundreds of offices globally, though the company warned last month of losses and declining memberships. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Chanel Call.
Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrial's up 82 points. The NASDAQ, though, down 138. The S&P 500 down 11 points. We have an important bike helmet recall to warn you about. The U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission is warning consumers to stop using Cycling Cell Zacro adult bike helmets. The helmets can fail to protect riders, posing a risk of head injury. The products were sold online between April of 2022 and July of 2023 and do not comply with the positional stability, labeling, and certification requirements of mandatory federal safety standards. Next at noon, Pam has today's egg prices. Jacob's back with a complete forecast. And then today on Live at 4, we'll be answering your pet questions with Dr. Carrie Donahue. If you have a question, email it to us now. Go email tips@channel3000.com and then watch for your answer coming up at 4.
Are you sweating over high energy bills? Windows drafty or broken? Champion is here to help. With our 70th anniversary sale, buy 2 windows, get 2 free.
At Champion, we design new windows specific to your home's needs. Then they are built in our very own factory, installed by a team of professionals, and guaranteed for a lifetime by our best-in-class warranty.
Buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Call or go online to book your free estimate at getchampionwindows.com.
Want a tighter, flatter tummy and the hottest deal of the year? Then check out new Ab EX from Sono Bello.
After my pregnancies, my body just never bounced back. I had this stomach overhang that made me self-conscious. Emotionally, it was really sad. Feeling good up here, but you look down and you don't.
After having my babies, it went in different direction. From here, it went to here, and I just couldn't get rid of that.
Introducing Ab-EX from Sonobello. Remove fat and lose excess skin permanently in just one visit.
I got the tummy tuck results without the tummy tuck downtime. And I finally got the flat stomach I wanted.
I'm able to get back in my size 8 jeans. I feel sexy. I feel confident.
But it feels good to feel good and look good.
Schedule your free no-obligation consultation now and find out how to get your dream body on your budget with our best offer of the year. Call or go to sonobello.com and get exclusive access to our employee-only pricing.
Welcome to Dwellings.
Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
You never know who you're helping by sharing your story.
The Jennifer Hudson Show, Season 2, September 18th.
Ladies, let's go. Wait a minute!
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3.
We're getting you ready for a rootin' tootin' weekend right here in the 608. Tomorrow, Josh wrangles up a look at what's ahead on the schedule for Mesa Maney's Wild West Days.
It looks like the fall-like temperatures will continue for the next week. Join us tomorrow between 4:30 and 7.
The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Let's check in now with Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report on this nice, cool Thursday.
Yeah, it was a surprise this morning, to say the least. I was not necessarily expecting quite that cool, but that's all right. We're going to warm up a little bit. It's just the beginning of September. But you bring up a good point. Wouldn't it be wonderful if even at this time of the year we could enjoy real Wisconsin strawberries? Guess what? They're working on it. Instead of being limited to just maybe June, July picking here in Wisconsin, now Maya Tucha, who's our University Extension fruit specialist, is investigating whether day-neutral strawberries could make it in Wisconsin. Now, day-neutral are what California and Florida growers generally provide us. Normally, January, February, when you see strawberries, you know they're not coming from Wisconsin, but day-neutral berries are being grown basically year-round in places like California and Florida. Amaya says that they think we could actually adopt some of those genetics and use them right here in Wisconsin. It might be possible for us to grow strawberries even into October. They'd probably be grown indoors largely so you could continue to kind of control the daylight that those berries are seeing. They respond better. That's why they call them day neutral, because it's all about daylight length instead of just heat units. Just something our Wisconsin strawberry growers are investigating is they only fill about 30% of the volume that consumers buy here in the state of Wisconsin. They're looking to expand that footprint, and day-neutral berries might do it. Now, when I've talked to strawberry growers in Wisconsin that have investigated that on their own, they said the one big trade-off is you don't get that juicy loveliness that we get with our own Wisconsin varieties back in June and July. But we'll see what happens there. Hey, we are keeping an eye on what's happening as far as dairy markets are concerned. I was talking this morning with Zach Bowers, a broker analyst with Everag, and he said cattle movement is continuing to be very, very strong in places like New Mexico, California. A lot of dairies that are up for sale and exiting the industry. Why? Because right now beef markets are so very attractive. He says it's getting to the point now where he says, boy, if we get a big comeback on consumer demand for dairy, will we have enough cows out there to replenish the pipeline? We'll wait and see. No change on barrel or block cheese today. Double A butter up a penny, $2.73 a pound. Day neutral strawberries all the way into October. That could be like really worth investigating. That would be a wonderful treat to keep that around in Wisconsin.
Yeah, it would be, as long as they taste good. As long as they taste good.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we might have to swap off on that, but we'll see how this comes along. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Keep us posted. Thank you, Pam. While temperatures are cooling down in Wisconsin, a heat wave is making its way through other parts of the country. A scorching late summer heat wave is taking a toll on schools nationwide, and many don't have air conditioning. In Massachusetts, classes were canceled in some districts. Schools in at least 8 other states did the same. Airport workers in Arizona have filed an OSHA complaint demanding safe work conditions after this summer's brutal heat wave.
I often feel like I'm going to faint, and I've caught myself briefly dipping in and out of consciousness while working on the airplanes.
Phoenix saw a record-breaking 31 straight days of highs at 110 degrees or above this summer. Temperatures there are again expected to climb back to that level this weekend. But fall-like temperatures around here, Jacob, refreshing.
Yeah, although it has been hot, those numbers you just mentioned really stick out, and it kind of makes us all think for a second. And we should definitely be thankful for the temperatures we have seen, although they have been pretty hot. Now, unfortunately, the extreme weather we've seen this summer has been the extreme dryness. Now, here's a look at the drought monitor, which was released today. Not many changes across Dane County, but I want you to look over near La Crosse. Parts of Richland and Crawford County, as well as a few areas in La Crosse's viewing area, have worsened to exceptional drought, which is the worst drought, which is level 5 out of 5. Also looks like parts of Juneau and Sauk County also seeing that extreme exceptional drought. That's level 5 out of 5. So we are in pretty unprecedented territory for parts of our area. Also parts of southern Minnesota seeing that exceptional drought. And unfortunately, there's not a ton of rainfall in the forecast, but there at least is some. Now, looking at the 3 things you need to know, it's going to be cool today. Highs will only be in the 60s. It's also going to be pretty cloudy. Not much sunshine is going to occur this afternoon, although we have had a few peaks of sunshine this morning. And temperatures will remain mild after today, but still very, very comfortable. Certainly better than the last few days. Looking at the low temperatures for tonight, we'll see lows in the mid-50s, so still a pretty average night, but definitely cooler than the last couple of nights. And tomorrow is going to be just about perfect. We'll see high temperatures in the lower 70s, a lot of sunshine. Areas to the south and also to the east may actually see high temperatures in the 60s, but still going to be pretty comfortable. For the weekend, we are going to warm up a bit. Highs will be in the upper 70s for Saturday, a lot of sunshine again Saturday. And then Sunday, we will see a few more clouds, especially in the afternoon, and high temperatures will be in the mid-70s. And then late Sunday will be our next chance of rain. Now, right now, we aren't seeing any rain across our area, but we do expect to see some Sunday night into Monday. For Friday, though, and Saturday, expect a lot of sunshine. Definitely get out and enjoy the weather if you can. But then late Sunday, we can see some of that rain moving into our area from the northwest. Again, it will likely enter our area pretty late on Sunday, but it looks like it could continue throughout the day on Monday and possibly into early Tuesday. It does look like it will be more showers rather than storms, but a few storms could definitely pop up. It is still several days out, so this forecast is definitely subject to change, but it looks more and more likely that we will see the rainfall across our area on Monday and into Tuesday as well. It looks like it will enter our area Sunday night, though, but it looks like most of Sunday will be pretty dry. So looking at the 7-day forecast, again, not expect to see a ton of rain beyond Monday and Tuesday, but temperatures are going to remain very comfortable. We're going to continue to see those high temperatures in the 60s and 70s, and there is no sign that the temperatures will rise into the 80s, at least not yet, but it is possible we could have seen the last of the 90s this year, but my guess is we'll definitely get to the 80s at some point this September, possibly even Saturday. Looks like it will be pretty close, but my guess is we'll probably stay in the 70s, at least here in Dane County. But in general, I mean, the forecast is looking very, very nice. We definitely need that rainfall, though. You never want to see an exceptional drought across our area. That's not very common. We're in pretty unprecedented territory for that, though.
Hopefully some rain will fall. Yeah. Jacob, thank you. There's more to come on News for Now at noon. Up next, let's see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Everybody knows that salad goes with bread. But what about salad in bread? It'll all make sense once you see what we're baking up today.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Welcome to Oakmont Senior Community in Verona. Active seniors 55 plus will enjoy our new luxury apartments, professionally managed by award-winning Attic Angel Community. Call Demery today for a tour and reserve your place at Oakmont.
Did you get hit with big energy bills this summer? You aren't alone, and we want to help. Because if your house was hot this summer, it's going to be cold this winter, and heating and cooling is by far the biggest energy user in your home. That's why our foam insulation is such a great investment. Our best offer of the year just ended August 31st. But to help you get ready for winter, we're going to extend it until September 22nd. When we foam your walls, we'll insulate your attic for free.
USA Insulation. Always on your side. what you need to lend a helping hand. When you wake up, just know that we're always there.
Dean Health Plan by Medica. Right here with you.
Memories matter.
I think the biggest thing I got out of my service in Vietnam was a real sense of patriotism. I'm very proud of what I did. I fought for you, and I'd fight for you again.
This September 11th, we remember, and we never forget those who sacrificed everything for our freedoms. We are Crest Funeral and Cremation Service, and we know that your memories matter.
At Lawton Cates, we provide compassion and guidance after a serious accident. From the first phone call, we're by your side. We know how much is at stake, and we're dedicated to ensuring you can heal and move forward. Your life counts. Lawton Cates.
Precision is very proud of our 5-star reviews. I do everything I can to go above and beyond for repairs. No, I'm not an actor. I'm a garage door tech. That's what I do here at Precision.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Welcome to Oakmont Senior Community in Verona. Active seniors 55 plus will enjoy our new luxury apartments, professionally managed by award-winning Attic Angel Community. Call Demery today for a tour and reserve your place at Oakmont.
You know, I really have to hand it to Patty, who heads up our test kitchen. She recently came up with a new twist on monkey bread that's pretty incredible. As you know, monkey bread is usually a sweet pull-apart bread that's great for breakfast or brunch. Well, Patty broke all the rules and created a savory version that's studded with veggies. Like with all other monkey breads, we start by cutting dough into pieces. Next, we put them in a bowl and toss them with some melted butter, along with a packet of ranch dressing mix. To that, we add some chopped sun-dried tomatoes, sliced black olives, a handful of scallions, and a generous amount of shredded mozzarella cheese. Once it's tossed, we place it in a greased bun pan. This goes into the oven for about 40 minutes or until the dough is set and the outside is golden. After it cools slightly, invert it onto a platter and surround it with all sorts of salad fixings to make it even more special. To get this fun to make and fun to eat recipe for what we call pull-apart salad bread, simply visit our website. I know you'll be glad you did. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found baked from the garden way for you to say, ooh, it's so good. You don't stop eating, dude.
It's time to introduce you to our pet of the week. Athea is an adult dog believed to be a Mastiff mix, and despite being 106 pounds, she's a gentle giant. She loves pets, snuggles, and taking walks. Athea's vision is low, but she can see shadows. She did have eye surgery and is healing well. Athea is looking for a patient family who will spoil her with treats, snuggles, and fun adventures. Look at that face. Well, thanks to generous donors, Dane County Humane Society has announced it is auctioning off 2 tickets for the UW-Georgia Southern game at Camp Randall. The tickets are for the Ford Varsity Club, and the game is on Saturday, September 16th at 11 a.m. The auction closes Friday, September 8th, this Friday, so proceeds will support the Humane Society. To learn more about, visit giveshelter.org/events. And last week's pets, Penelope the dog and Ellen the cat featured the week before are still both available for adoption. So if you're interested in adopting Athea or checking out all the other animals at the Dane County Humane Society, go to giveshelter.org. Here's Jake for one last check of the forecast.
Thanks, Mark. This afternoon is going to be a little chilly. We'll see high temperatures in the 60s, but after today, it's going to be very nice for the rest of the week. 70s both Friday and Saturday, and we also are going to see quite a bit of sunshine. Now, Sunday will be dry for the most part, but then we could see rain later in the evening and at night, and that will continue for Monday and Tuesday, and that will also cool the temperatures off a bit. We'll see highs back in the upper 60s for the middle of next week, but overall, still looking very nice.
Yeah, looking good. Thank you, Jacob. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. Have a great afternoon.